Go away, Jojo. Go away. Go away, Jojo.
Go quick. Away.
It's raining. Ooh, Indiegogo. Support. I got a support. I got a contribution. I got a contributor. It's lovely. I can't believe I got a new contributor. It's very slow. That's wonderful. Alrighty, let's get back to it then. Actually, let's watch on Brave. Let's see if I don't confuse Crown and OBS and Brave all together at the same time. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever the case may be. It is once again Saturday Drawing with Mike. And my potato of computer decided it was time to take a nice big crap on my desk. And, shut down. It did something I'd never seen before. Like a little file, image of a file started bouncing up and down and up and down. And I don't know why. So, I do apologize.
You have to break that.
And someday my browser will open up so I can see what people are saying in the chat. Someday my browser will open. What is this symbol here?
Oh, this is what I prepared for.
So OBS is on. Oh, the little red light's probably showing that it's recording. Ah, I am figuring things out. Oh, it's almost dinner time. Suppose I have to take care of dinner. Well, you're not going to sit here and draw on a page. So, what do you guys want for dinner?
Dinner.
Dinner. Yes, I'm aware. What would you like to eat for the dinner?
I want alligator for dinner.
Alligator? What?
Dinner.
Is this a joke? I'm unaware.
You're old.
I'm an old man.
Snake puppy.
Snake. Wow, why is Brave taking so bloody long to launch anything? Is OBS just sucking up all of the processing speed? You are not a product. So usually I have my iPad here open so that it doesn't suck up any processing speed for me to read the chats on the computer. But
Free people join?
my son took the iPad, killed the battery.
I usually have a phone.
I never get a
So is there another cable I can plug in to try to charge the iPad? Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Is there an outlet right there? No? Is there an outlet? What is plugged into this outlet?
I don't know.
Why is there always stuff plugged into all my outlets? Troublesome cars. Here. Oh wait, it's like a tangled web. Like unto a tangled web. I'll plug this in, drop it back there, and unplug my fan.
I just got to the part where that one guy. Oh wait, have you been watching Daredevil?
Oh,
You have?
Yeah, years ago.
Oh, really?
oh,
I got to that part where that guy's like the guy. I got to the part where the
talk like a me.
Foggy. Finds out some. He finds out that.
He's good.
Sure. That this part where Foggy finds out that the guy is definitely.
Wait, Daredevil's not out yet.
Nothing to see.
Yeah.
It comes out in a week.
No, really?
Yes,
Good stuff.
Is it October 14th? Stars on
Don't.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
There's the point all the black stuff on the side. Like,
I'm not gonna answer you, CJ.
Ching Chong.
What day is it?
Vietnam. It's the 30th.
No, it's not. It's the 29th, isn't it?
I was close.
Close but no cigar, laddie.
Nowhere near.
Okay. Clean the iPad first. Then, try to power it up. Come on, power up.
I just want to know where the
Power
career
up. Power up.
Why'd you look at my
It needs to
face?
charge more before it can power.
Look at my face.
Hey, I saw this
Hit that.
one. This is
Alright, let's try. Let me try your cold voice.
Be born.
The brave riser.
Hey, this is spoilers for me.
Spoilers.
There's only 2 seasons.
Oh, oh, oh. It's coming on. So you guys don't know what you want to eat?
Taco Bell.
Hungry.
I'm not driving all the way to Taco Bell. You want Mexican food?
Bullseye.
I'll take Santini. What? Like, oh, you're right. Is your
So we got Tug on. That's the only person in the space.
I think Bullseye is going to be in the next season.
Yes.
It'll be good.
Bullseye is a meme.
Bullseye's legit, yo.
October 19th.
October 19th.
My turn.
That's that one.
It is
You just
not.
did this
Not
one?
yet.
No, you just said the snowshoe.
I know, but not yet.
Dude,
But-
freaking
Are you going to do a Cooking with Chef Mike show? That's so funny that you even say that, because I was actually thinking about that.
He was like, oh my gosh, dude, clean. He went into the bathroom for
I want Taco Bell, bring me
5
some.
minutes or something, and he
Man,
got,
I
like,
wish
paint
my
and he put it
son
all around here.
had
And it
his
made
stinking
he made it look like
driver's
blood.
license. Hey,
So-
I'm online right now. Can you guys keep it down over here behind me? Talkity talk talk. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Volumen. Am I going to do Inktober? Not. I don't know. I might throw some stuff and just tag it, but I'll probably just be working on the next issue of Lone Star in October. Hello, John Pino. Ooh, $20 for Comics Exposed. Mike loved the chat last night about the Bible discussion. The Order of Melchizedek. The hell was that?
That means you got a big super chat.
Oh man, that's my alert.
Sorry.
Freaking weird. The Order of Melchizedek has always been fascinating to me. Love to join you sometime to talk comics and Bible. God bless. Oh, that'd be fun. I do enjoy that myself. Yes, yes. Yes
Yeah,
was pre-appearance
I
of Christ. That's a theory.
A game theory.
That's a theory.
Thanks for watching.
Not everybody believes that Melchizedek was a Christophany.
Would you call me?
And honestly, I'm not sure that it's necessary. Edwin looked zombie-ish. Edwin's been busy, man. He's tired. Hey, can you turn it down, Elijah? Just don't set up text-to-speech. Text-to-speech for what?
You can make it so that you can text-to-speech reads the chats that were.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad idea.
People do it on Steam.
Sounds like a bad idea. Maybe theme drawn and quartered around Inktober. I don't know. I never followed Inktober. It's just people hashtagging Inktober and posting artwork, right? Is there something more to it that I don't understand? If there is, let me know.
No. This is annoying. I think it's so
10%.
No.
That's God's due. They gave him 10%. That's God's due. I'm aware that he tithed. Were you not here? Did you not hear the whole argument of my theory of who Melchizedek is or was? I know you were taught that in your church, that he's a Christophany and everything, but it is, I believe, theoretical. It's not an issue of orthodoxy, anyways, whether or not you believe Melchizedek is a Christophany. Christophany, a pre-incarnate appearance of Christ. There is an official list that you can follow. Really? Pages looking awesome. Can't wait to get LONESTAR. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I didn't see. Did the big eagle pop up when the super chat came in? Did you do different super chats, Elijah, for higher?
I don't remember.
I mean, you had one when it was on the computer, or when it was on the PC. I'm just wondering if it's the same. Art! What's up, Art? Why are you yelling at me? Art's here. Art is here. I would love to see a Street Fighter themed drawn and quartered. Make that happen for me, Mike. Rodwell, I guess we'll find out. I'm here, peeps. Artie Bear. Artie Bear. I'd invite you on, Art, but if you can't tell, I'm running a different program. It's called OBS, and it does not allow me. It allows me to split screen like this, so that you can see me draw and talk. Talk at the same time. But it does not allow me to invite people on. So, little experimentation. Plus, I think I'm getting a better transmission of the actual inking process. So can you stream and record at the same time, Elijah?
Yeah, that's probably a
Yeah. Everything chugs my computer. Nice ink. Thank you very much, Art.
Why are you a woman?
An augury? You're an augury.
So ugly.
Christ described as everlasting Father in panel out once. Oh, in Isaiah, so he could appear anytime. I'm aware. I am aware. I made the argument last night that it's entirely possible, since Abram, and we're talking about a priest in the days of Abram, right? The concept of the true faith in the true God was not eliminated from the face of the earth in the day of Abram, who then became Abraham. That if you think about it, Noah was still alive when Abram was alive. So you had a pretty good representation of the true faith in the true God in Noah, in his immediate descendants, probably in their immediate descendants as well. Many of whom would have still been alive in the days of Abram. So in order to have a priest and king in the order of Melchizedek, and actually, a priest and king, the question is, what is the order of Melchizedek, right? Christ is a priest and king in the order of Melchizedek. He doesn't say Christ is Melchizedek. He says he's a priest and king in the order of Melchizedek. So Melchizedek's particular order, well, obviously had to be a priest and a king, following in the absolute correct way of God, of the one true God. I don't know. Maybe it was obviously it was a descendant of Noah, but maybe it was a disciple of Noah. I don't know. It's all speculative, but to say emphatically that Melchizedek was a Christophany, I don't think it's necessarily upheld in Scripture. I'm willing to be proven wrong. I'm not. Again, it's not an issue of orthodoxy. But I don't see why it's necessary. And again, if it was a Christophany, then why would you say you're a priest and king in the order of Melchizedek, instead of just saying, oh, Christ was Melchizedek, or something like that. It I don't know. To me, it doesn't mesh. But again, I'm willing to be proven wrong. I'm just in many forms as a man since he is eternal. I'm aware of that. And again, I'm willing to be proven wrong. I'm just saying I don't think there's enough reason in the Scripture itself to claim Melchizedek as a Christophany. If you want to prove me wrong, by all means, seek out the Scripture that does so. He could have been a disciple and just collecting tithes. Oh, I mean, he could have been the flippin' pope of whatever the true church was. Just because Abram was called out of his faith, or his family's faith, or whatever, doesn't discount that there were true believers in the true God still on the face of the earth. And they were following the dictates of Noah, Ham, Shem, Japheth, any of the other flood survivors. I mean, how many flood survivors would there still have been? If Noah was still alive, and he was the oldest guy in the world, then how many other flood survivors had there been who well, actually, no. Ham, Shem, and Japheth and their wives would be the only flood survivors. But immediate descendants. You can't say all of their immediate descendants who were still alive at the time gave up the faith of the one true God when their fathers lived through the flood. So, anyways, that's my argument. What are you talking about? Who? What are you talking about? Someone slap art. What? You are never wrong on your own channel. Mike, answer my question, which I posed for free, and now expecting you to prioritize me over all else. Ha ha ha. I must have lost your question, man. Do you crop each individual panel out once it's scanned and then lay it out? No, I do not. You know, my iPad died and I have to allow it to regenerate some electrical blobbity blah blah. Derp 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 derp. Let's do a little texture here so it looks like there's something.
Wow. After Effects views.
Yeah.
Loot everything that's worthless.
Your window and main screen are out of sync. Why is it chugging like that?
What?
Because you guys are playing video games? But look how bad it's chugging.
What was it mean?
Grim Cult, hey Mike, I like that you use a nib to ink your pages. I made a bunch of drawings with a calligraphy nib, and I would get ink on my hands and use too much ink. How do you avoid messes with the nib? Well, I'm using a dipping nib, not a calligraphy nib, so it doesn't have its own. It doesn't have its own ink source. I dip, and then I bring over here, and then I wipe off my nib when it starts to get overly cruddy. Good question. Good question. Questions. Is this page 46? This is page 46. Yes, it is. Are you keeping track? Or are you just like pensively waiting for me to finish this bloody book so you can get it in your hands? And my colorist said that they would he would be delivering some colors this weekend. So can't wait to see those. Yeah, I mean I can update everything here. As soon as I'm done, I'm gonna start finalizing my script and getting it to my letterer. That should be done. Actually, lettering is much faster than coloring, so it should probably still be done. The lettering should be done before the coloring is done. And then it's off to the printer. I should probably contact my printer and let them know that the time is near. And then still waiting to get some word back on a manufacturer for shipping containers. I want to try to avoid the middleman. Sorry, Elijah's building a bridge behind me. Yeah, I use the Croco 102 if you want to look it up. So. You guys getting as hungry as me?
You could just fix the other computer.
What?
You just need a new graphics card and yeah, we just need a new graphics card and something else.
That's what I said. Oh, you mean here? On the Amazons? I don't know. Are you sure that's all it takes?
Oh, that's the biggest problem we
Opinion on skipping inks and just coloring over pencils. I'm of two minds about that. I mean, sometimes it looks good, sometimes it does not. I like inks myself, so maybe I'm a little biased, but you are asking for my opinion. So, yeah, I like inks. In general, I will say that if your drawing style in particular is conducive to inking, and then you just skip inks, then I think it's ripping off the customer, and it's not as good as it could be. Then again, you can get a bad inker and just mess that up too. So. Your boy Zach is officially suing Mark Wade. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I haven't read the article yet, but I saw the news. I saw the news. Yeah, and then somebody, who was it, saying that they wanted to be a character witness for Mark Wade. Oh no. Too much fun. Too much fun. Love the lines you get from quills. I was totally going with Micron's Copic markers, inkers, but nibs seem a lot more fun. They are. They're, you know, when you're using Copics, and I do love Copics. Those are my favorite pens, as far as pens go. But you kind of have to fake the stuff you can get naturally with a quill. So you'll have to like do it. You'll have to multiply a line rather than just putting down a little extra pressure on it. I used markers for a good long time at DC. I think you know, I did DC Universe Online Legends, and I inked most of that entire series with markers. And I will grant you, it was a lot faster than inking with a quill, but a quill or a brush. I use both, generally speaking. But I just like the result better with the quill and brush. My results, anyways. I'm sure there are some other people's whose results I would suggest they stick to using a pen, because it's not the same thing. It is, you know, it is basically like using a calligraphy pen, except for on a much smaller scale. You know, generally speaking, you only want to go down or at slight angles. I have learned to be able to use it sideways, but you have to have such a gentle touch to do it sideways, because otherwise it can snag and spatter. So, where is this news? It's on Bleeding Fool. Oh, Bleeding Cool has a unbiased article on the lawsuit. If you want a biased one, in other words, a realistic one, probably go to Bleeding Fool instead. Or Bounding into Comics. You guys think I should go there and read the article? If you guys want me to, I can pop it open on my iPad and read the article, so everyone can hear it. Ever used Spectrum Noir brand markers? Not that I can recall. Spectrum Noir. Actually, hold on a second. That actually does sound familiar. Give me a second here. I hate to stop inking something in the middle of inking it. Comics Exposed using the @ symbol. What? Sean Tillman. Yes. Okay, everybody wants me to read this bloody article. It is on. What is it on? It's on Bleeding. Oh, you want me to read the Bleeding Cool one? Ugh, I hate going to Bleeding Cool. I despise giving Bleeding Cool any. Alright, let's do this. Now you guys are going to make fun of me for my beat up freaking iPad. Alright, Bleeding Cool. Look at all these ads. Jeez. Rich, seriously? Mike, Black Ops is calling. Answer. Oh, look, another pop-up ad. Oh, look, more ads. Oh, bloody hell. Rich Meyer sues Mark Wade. Yeah, let's get to it. Richard Meyer sues Mark... these ads. Frickin' site sucks. Richard Meyer sues Mark Wade over tortious interference with contract and defamation. Yes, let me put an eraser here so that it doesn't slide. Please post the link in the chat. Somebody with a wrench do that. You could just Google it, you know. Out here. Let me see. Move over here so you can see it better. Diversity in Comics YouTuber Richard Meyer has launched a civil suit against comic book writer Mark Wade. Filed on the 19th of September with the United States District Court in Austin, it claims tortious interference with contract and defamation. Meyer is represented by lawyers Daniel H. Byrne and Dale Roberts of the legal firm Fritz. Oh, you kidding me with this? What is this? I swear to you, this is the worst website anywhere. Alright, I can't unplug it because I'm trying to charge it right now. Mark Wade is being represented by Mark S. Zayed, who is the founding partner of his own firm. This stems from events which took place in May 2018 when Antarctic Press announced they were to publish Meyer and John Malin's upcoming graphic novel Jawbreakers, originally planned for publication in August. Bleeding Cool reported then that Mark Wade phoned them up to discuss the matter. The publisher then announced... What?
So, can you get Little Caesars?
You want me to get some Little Caesars?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
let
like
me...
a $5 pizza.
I know, it's always... Alright. Bleeding Cool reported then that Mark Wade phoned them up to discuss the matter. The publisher then announced they would not be publishing the comic, subsequently stating that, in part, it's now bigger than we could have handled. Meyer claimed that Wade had bullied them into the decision, though the publisher issued statements saying that they hadn't. Oh, there's AP's tweet or Facebook post. This is a untrue story. It's an untrue story, but this is a untrue story. Please do not spread it. Nobody at AP contacted Marvel. Mark Wade did not bully anyone at our company, though he did call and express concern. No letters were written between us and Marvel. Mark shed more light on the situation, and other factors came into play that do not involve any staff or freelancers at any other company that led us to our decision. We wish the Jawbreakers team success. Oh, you're kidding me. What is the deal? This website sucks. Where was I? Ah! And now the battery's dead. Alright, forget it. You guys go read it yourself.